name is Eleanor Haskin-Wagner, and I'm the Museum and Historic Sites Supervisor for the City of Frankfort, and today I am sharing an artifact from the early 1900s. So, as many Frankfortians know, Governor Goebel is the only governor in the United States to have been assassinated, but it's a little more complicated than that. So, at the time of his assassination, Governor Goebel was not sworn in. He was not our legal governor. In fact, there was a massive dispute about who would actually become Kentucky's governor. And Governor Goebel was walking into the then state capitol, what we call the old state capitol, to put his vote down for himself because the popular vote was all thrown out. And as he was walking into the building, he was shot from the then Secretary of State's office, which is now the annex. So the killer was never officially caught. In fact, there were over 6 very public criminal trials, and 3 men were convicted during that period of time. All 3 were later pardoned, but during the first trial to try and catch the supposed shooter, one of the jurors on the trial took a bullet shell casing from the proceedings and turned it into his familial cane. So what I'm holding here is a cane that was utilized by that gentleman for his entire life, and it was passed down through his family. And at the end there, you can see the bullet casing from the shot that killed Governor Goebel. It was one of the most significant political events of the time, and we often don't really think about it, but during the Governor Goebel assassination period, like after he was shot, but before he passed, it was about 13 days, and at that period, he was voted as the governor and was sworn in, but the Republican candidates disliked that decision so much that they actually left the state capital of Frankfort and they decanted to Louisville, where they called up a Republican army and they were prepared to go into battle to defend the then Republican governor. So after Goebel died and the lieutenant governor was sworn in instead, that kind of calmed and diffused the entire situation, but there were about 2 weeks of really severe political strife. So the trials that happened later also had a lot of publicity. And so our thought is that the gentleman who did take this casing wanted to just take a souvenir, more or less, to mark his place in history. So Governor Goebel actually passed in this building after he was treated by Dr. Hume, whose offices were in what is now the Capital City Museum. And we have a permanent exhibit that is always set up to honor Dr. Hume and his treatment of Governor Goebel. So we recommend you come by, check out the cane, and check out the rest of the exhibit.